Good morning, everyone. This is David with Bolivar Live. Well, we had a little problems with the internet there, and so we're going to try it again. If you saw us before, join us. Glad you're joining us back again. We're down here at Highway 87 and 124. Here's the cross, and we're going to take a trip back down Highway 87 towards Crystal Beach and let you see exactly what the road looks like right now. It's not flooded. There was a little bit of wash over it, but my concern is the material they used. Now, hurricane, they just upgraded the tropical storm to a hurricane. Looks like it's going in down in Baffin Bay, which is probably 250 miles away, 250 miles away. And what we're seeing up here worries me, one, because if this storm was closer and we had a voluntary or mandatory evacuation, what kind of shape would Highway 87 be in? And so we're going to take a trip down Highway 87 and let you see exactly, with a storm that's only 75 miles an hour and it's 250 miles away, what it looks like here on the upper Texas coast, so that you know when we have a hurricane Category 1 that's closer, what you can expect. Let me turn the camera around here, but first, this Bolivar Live is brought to you by Sandra, Dial, Keller Williams, Crystal Beach. When you're looking for a home down here or a lot to build your home, give Sandra Dial a call. In fact, I did some photos for her in a Matterport here this week, and you've got to see a couple beachfronts. If you're looking for a magnificent beachfront, she's got some she's fixing to list. I did the photos in the Matterport this week, and she'll have them up soon. Look her up online at www.sandradial.com. Well, we're coming into the curve, and hopefully the internet stays, because I want to show y'all what it looks like here. Now, we've got a Category 1 hurricane. They just upgraded it. We've got power back on the peninsula, too. If anyone's wondering, your coffee maker ought to be working now. But with a storm 250 miles away and just upgraded in the last hour to a hurricane, this is the effects we're seeing on the upper Texas coast on Bolivar Peninsula. Now, if it was closer and they called for a voluntary evacuation, is what they did on Highway 87 enough? And is the material right? You can see the rocks on the road. Now, these are rocks that they put right along the highway, and I understand why they did it, but I don't understand what we're going to do, because typically they would call for an evacuation probably about now, or a voluntary evacuation. And these boulders that are washed up here, you can't stop a wave. These rocks are anywhere from small to about baseball size. And so with that being said, TxDOT may need to rethink and do something with this material, because right now people are trying to come and go, and if it was dark out and someone didn't know that this could be here and they hit this doing about 55 or 60 mile an hour, it could hurt a vehicle and maybe even hurt them. And so it's real bad right before the curve, but there's several areas along here that the waves have washed just debris up on the road, and we've got a hurricane that's that's 250 miles away. There's a log, and so my question is this small material that they used really the right material? And are they going to do anything to keep it? Because now we've got to wait for them to come back. The road's passable. You can get to Bolivar. You can cut through from Galveston. You can make it through. Water's not over the road. But it's the material that's on the road that worries me, because I think from here on out, the storm will probably hit sometime today, or will hit. I'm hoping around noon or 1. And so hopefully our tides will start dying down tomorrow morning, and we won't have this rough tides. The tides are all the way up to the dunes. I did a feed this morning. You could see see then how high the tide was and how high it had been, because it had eroded some of the dunes there at Monkhouse where I was. So anyway, just wanted to let y'all know we've already had some texts and emails about Highway 87 if it was passable. Let me wash my windshield real quick. It is passable, no water on the road, but there is some rock and stuff from the waves because the surf is rough and it has thrown. So I hope TxDOT looks at what happened with the storm 250 miles away, and we're getting some debris on the road that could be dangerous at night for someone that was traveling this road and wasn't aware of the high, when we have a high tide, what happens. Because if that was hit at 50, 55 mile an hour, 60 mile an hour, the speed limit through here, it could cause a problem for them and maybe be unsafe for their vehicle too, because on a small car, it could pop a tire, it could scare them and run off the road. So TxDOT, if you're watching, please reconsider the material that you've got here, because I really think it could be a dangerous situation, and especially if people are trying to get out. You can't drive in that one lane because of the rocks. And here you can see some water washing up on the road. And this is a hurricane that's 200, 250 miles away. So they did raise the road, but is it enough when they're going to call for an evacuation or a voluntary evacuation? That's my question. They kept saying it was above a certain tide, but we got to take into consideration the waves, how big the waves are and what they're going to do. So anyway, we showed you the beachfront earlier. Bolivar's got power again. The webcams are back up so you can see exactly what the beachfront looks like. Go to our website, BolivarPeninsulaTexas.com. Click on the webcams. You can look at the Sunrise Beach Cam, the Blue Water Beach Cam. Both of those are beachfront. The Surf Cam is showing, but it's just showing a picture right now. We've got to do some work on it. Here's another area where there's some stuff on the road, but there's no water flooding the road. Had a little wash back there, and that's it. And if you're looking to come down when all this weather clears and you're looking for a house, go to our Where to Stay page. We've got the realtors that manage properties down here. You can call them, let them know how many people you have, a price range you're looking for, and they'll find the perfect home. We also have vacation rentals by owner, where you can go in and deal directly with the owner or their management company. And we also have RV parks, and if you're ready to buy, we've got a whole list of realtors on there. All of them are local and work for you here from Bolivar Peninsula. So anyway, we covered the beach. The webcams are back up. We've got power on Bolivar Peninsula, so you can watch them today. Watch how the tide, we're starting to see some rain down here. We had a couple good downpours on my way to the interchange there at 124 and Highway 87. And I imagine we're going to get some more rain today before this is all over with. Landfall will be sometime probably around noon, 1, 2 o'clock. And so hopefully it doesn't build too much more. They did upgrade it to a hurricane. I know this morning it was at 70 mile an hour winds. And so it must have hit that 75 mile an hour mark to be upgraded. We are having some erosion on the dunes here from the tide being so high. You can go back and see our morning feed where we were at Monkhouse and the beachfront looking up and down the beach. And you can see that. And if you're wondering about 124, you can start this live feed over again and go back and see exactly what it looks like. It's passable. Didn't have any water over the road, just a little bit of wash, but it's the rock, it's the material that worries me. And so we're going to get with Brad and try and get with some people to see what they can do to fix that, because it's a dangerous situation. We're already having to dodge debris and trash that washes up, logs, but then those rocks, it could cut a tire or maybe have someone have a wreck. So we want to see if we can get that fixed. So anyway, we're going to head on out. We'll be back live later on today from somewhere here on Bolivar Peninsula. Until next time, Let us know where you're listening from. Give us a town, a state. Say hi, say bye. What do you love about Bolivar Peninsula? We love reading the comments, and I read every comment that's made on our page, where we've got a whole lot of followers. In fact, we're up over, I think, 45,000 now. And so I want to thank everyone that listens in and says hi and gives us comments. And until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us once this clears. God bless, and bye-bye.